Good evening, and thank you again for joining us tonight. It's a great honor to be able to share your thoughts with us. I would be interested in your view for the generation that is not here tonight, for the younger generation. You painted a very clear picture.
I protest, we are young.
I celebrated an unfortunate birthday recently, so. You painted a clear picture of Belgium today and for the next few years, but I was wondering if you had a vision you would share with 15-year-olds or 18-year-olds here, what you would expect them to contribute in a lifelong contribution to Belgium, to Europe, to the world as they look ahead.
That's your question? Thank you. I'm also a father. I'm a father of not 2 boys and 2 girls, but 2 men and 2 women, between 29 and 22. And also a happy grandfather of 1.5 grandsons. So I'm looking at the future each day, thinking at the future each day. But having no kids or no grandchildren, you think about it, that's a natural habit. I think a lot of it, I think at certain moments you are in a very crucial period. And preparing, and that's one of the strange things, preparing the future is preparing one of those phenomena, what we call the aging of population. You prepare the future of young people by preparing those of old people. Big paradox. And if you lose in action 3, 4, 5, 6 years, you can lose decades afterwards. So again, we are in such a period. And we spoke about when we are having our meal, but speaking about all other serious things, that, for instance, one of the huge problems today for our governments in Europe, in the United States also, it's our budgetary problem. And we are pushing ahead for recovery policy and then coming out of the economic crisis. But it can be that we pay it in cash for the future. And so the next years, once economic growth is picking up just a little bit, we have to start with programs of reducing the budget deficit. Because if we don't do that, we can't afford, speaking now for Europe, our social system. And we have to keep that social system for the further generations. But the coming 5, 6, 7 years are crucial for that. So we can think about the future, but we have to act now on this topic and on other topics. For the rest, our country is a difficult country, as you know. And also we said that it is much more difficult to govern a bicultural, a bipolar country than a multicultural country, as for instance the United States. In our country, the enemy is always visible. It's the other one. I live in Rot-Saint-Genès, near the Walloon border and near the Brussels border. And you keep an eye on those the heart of what Belgium really is. Those multicultural country, most of the time bipolar. Of course, you have Brussels, but bipolar. And so one of the main missions of our generation in politics, is to keep that country together. He is not on the brink of splitting up or something like that. But there is some kind of mood in society, everywhere in Europe. That mood is on a civilization level what we call individualism. When we call it between nations, it is nationalism. When it is between social groups, it's corporatism. And so that also is a disease in our country. And one of our main objectives is, although there is the spirit of the time, the zeitgeist, l'esprit du temps, to go against it and to bring people again together. And then leaders can play a very important role. Very important role. Of course, you have the mass movements, and you have to take account of it. You can't deny those movements in society. But you can give an example of collaboration. And that is our moral mission. And if I am here, it is because I fully believe in that moral.